This is the story of the future AI 2067, where we are shown the Earth, which has been completely destroyed due to climate change. Oxygen has completely vanished from the Earth, and people were dying due to lack of oxygen. Now, Australia is the only place left in the whole world where people have succeeded in making artificial oxygen. But this oxygen is very expensive, and here, due to this oxygen, people have also started getting a disease called sickness. After this, we see the main character of this movie, Dan, whose wife also became a victim of this disease, and Tan was working very hard to give good quality oxygen to his wife, because now at this time money had to be paid for oxygen, and these people who are left in Australia were left because of a special corporation, because that corporation used to make artificial oxygen. After this, we see that Regina calls Tan to her office. Regina was the CEO of the oxygen making company and a researcher who called Tan to her. She tells him that if this disease continues to spread in the world like this, then soon the whole world will be destroyed, and you are the only one who can save this world. Then gets very confused by Regina's words, so Regina takes Tan to a lab. Tan had a friend with him, and after going to the lab, Tan is shown a time machine, and Tan is told that this time machine was made by Tan's father. Regina says that only you can operate this machine, because a part of this machine is in your hand in the form of that watch which your father gave you. On hearing about the watch, Tan remembers that when his father gave him this watch in his childhood, a lot of blood came out of his hand and this watch fit in his hand. But Tan did not know anything about this watch before now. And now Tan is told that a message has been received from this time machine which has come from the future. And in the message you are taken 400 years ahead from today, i.e. there is a talk of sending him to the future. Now here the lab doctor tells Tan that we have found out that 400 years from now the world has become normal again. That is, the plants, oxygen, and the climate there are absolutely normal. That is, the environment there has become habitable again. Now he tells Tan that according to your father's experiment, you have to collect oxygen and plants from there and bring them here so that we can make life stable here again. Then felt that maybe all these people are playing a game with me, and even if there is really such a situation, Dan did not want to go because his wife was ill. But the scientist felt that if Tan really goes to that world, then he can fix this world. Now after this, we see Tan with his friend Jude, who was persuading him to go to the future, but Tan did not want to become like his father, so he did not want to go, because his father had left him and his mother for his work. And since Tan's mother's death, Jude had taken care of Tan like an elder brother, so Tan did not want to leave his wife like his father. But Jude explains to him that, look, your wife is ill and the only way to cure her is that you go to the future and bring the plants here so that the environment here will be fine. And your wife too. Now when Tan goes home and tells all these things to his wife also tells him to go to the future, although his wife did not want Tan to go to the future, but still she tells him so, looking at all the people. Now the next morning, after thinking a lot, Tan goes to Regina, and Tan tells her that, okay, I'm ready to go, but if you get the cure after me, then you will first cure my wife. Now Regina agrees to this, and Tan's preparations to go to the future begin. Here Tan is given a suit, which he had to wear before going into the machine, and now after this, when Tan asks them about the plan ahead, they had no answer to it. They had no idea who Tan will meet in the future or how Tan will come back. They were not even sure whether Tan will be able to bring oxygen and plants here or not. But now Tan had to go. Now he is given a device which will keep Tan connected to the past. Now, after this, Tan is made to sit in the machine and they set the time and turn on the machine. Here in the lab, after the machine starts working, a radio wave blast happens, and on the other hand, Tan was moving very fast inside the machine, and now he finally falls from the sky in an unknown force due to traveling at a very high speed in the air. Tan's suit catches fire, which he quickly takes off by coming down. And after all this, he looks around where he finds that this world has become the same as before. Again and now, he was able to enjoy the natural beauty and oxygen. And when he went further, he saw a skeleton with a bullet mark on its head. And when he saw the name on the skeleton's dress, he got scared because it was his skeleton. And then here, Tan also found the same device as the scientist had given Tan. Saying all this, Tan was very scared and he was unable to understand anything. That skeleton also had a watch in its hand just like Tan's, but the only difference here was of the light. The skeleton's watch had a green light and Tan's watch had a red light. This thing confuses him a bit. Seeing all this, it becomes night for him. Tan lights a fire to spend the night and uses some berries as food, but these berries were poisonous. Due to this, Tan's health deteriorates and Tan faints, which is found out in the lab with the help of that device. When Tan regains consciousness, he had his friend Jude with him, whom Tan calls the Jade. Now after some time, Tan and Judd see a door when they go ahead, and now we see that the skeleton of Judd, which he had seen earlier, was now in front of this door, which makes us guess that some change had happened in the past. Now during that time, a scanner comes out from there and a gate opens there by scanning the eye of Judd. And on going inside it, they come to know that this is the same lab from where they started. Judd gets very happy after saying it because now in front of them is the same time machine with which they could go back to their time, but they see a timer on the time machine from which they come to know that this time machine will end automatically after 4 hours of being deactivated, and this system was designed so that no one can take wrong advantage of it. Here then turns on a hologram where his father had told a lot of details about this project, according to which they had to do their work quickly and collect oxygen and plants and go back to their time. But when they see that the oxygen collector in which the oxygen is collected is not working, so they get very worried. Now they have to repair this machine within 4 hours, but now they had very less time. And when they go out from here, they find the whole city covered with plants, and they also find human skeletons at many places, which tells them that these plants slept only after all the humans in this city were killed. After this, Tan goes to his house in the future and gets very emotional after seeing his wife's skeleton. And Tan turns on the recording of the device that Tan got in the future. And he comes to know that Jude will shoot him. And Jude also hears this recording, and he actually takes out the gun to shoot him. But Han somehow stops him, and he decides that he will fix this machine before dying. Well, now these people come back to the lab again, where they were left with only 37 minutes, while Atan goes out of the lab to see his skeleton again, after stopping Jude, whether his future has changed or not. But his skeleton was the same at the same place, from which he understands that his future has not changed yet. But now he wanted to know about his future, so now he removes the battery of his device and puts it in the future device where he sees the video where Jude killed him. Now, Jude explains to him that now we don't have much time anyway, and it will take us more time to fix this oxygen collector, so we should already sit in the time machine and go to the past. But Tan does not listen to him and locks him in a room. He comes to the lab and starts the recorded hologram of his father. This hologram was of the day when his father died. Now Tan sees in that hologram that his father wanted to save mankind with the time machine he made and his other inventions, but Regina wanted to use that machine for her work. And because Regina should not succeed in her purpose, Tan's father had connected this machine to Tan's DNA. This was the reason that when he wore the watch, blood came out of Tan's hand, but Regina was not going to give up. So she, along with Chut, killed Tan's parents so that she could use Tan for her purpose in the future. Dan gets very disturbed to see that the person whom he considered his brother did this to him. Here, Tan also came to know that he had been misunderstanding his father for so many years, that too only because of Jude's words. But now Tan did not want to let Regina succeed in her purpose, so he was about to destroy the time machine. But then Jude comes and stops him. Now Jude tells Tan that Regina has sent me so that when Tan will be fixing that defect I can kill you. But Jude also considers Tan as his brother, so he shoots himself before Tan dies, and now Tan works to fulfill his father's purpose. After this, he very soon fixes the oxygen collector and also puts all the accented plants in the machine and sends them to the past. But he himself did not go to the past. Here Tan had sent the evidence of his father's murder and Regina's plan in this machine. In the past, Regina's entire plane gets destroyed and she is arrested. Here in the past, Tan also sends a flower for his wife and himself destroys the time machine in the future so that no one can misuse it. And now when Tan comes out of the lab, he does not see any skeleton there, from which he understands that the past has changed and his good decision saved the entire human race. After this movie ends here, showing the greenery of the future. So friends, I hope you liked this video. Stay connected with our channel for more such videos. So friends, what is your opinion about this film? If such a situation really happens on Earth, then all living things can be destroyed very easily. So what steps should we take to save the Earth from global warming and other natural disasters? Please let us know by commenting, and if you like to watch more such videos, then stay connected with subscribe my channel Movie Recaps English, and see you in our next video.